I'm going to be making what I call my fake Chinese food because it is kind of like Chinese food, but it doesn't taste anything like it, but it's extremely healthy for you. It's got next to no calories, and I'm serious, it's got next to no calories. Tofu, extra firm. Us men like it when it's firm, so buy 2 packages. You can buy 1 package. I overdid it here, and I'm probably going to regret it, but you can buy 1 package of tofu. I bought 2. You can buy 1 package of bean sprouts. Most places don't even sell this. It's very hard to find. They sell it in a can, and it costs a fortune. Thankfully, this market sells a package of bean sprouts. A lot of people get sick from bean sprouts, and they end up getting, I can't remember what that illness is that can do a number on you. You got to wash this stuff, and then make sure you cook it. So this is going to be the one that I'm going to cook first, because I want the heat to kill whatever might be in it. Green onions, scallions, whatever you call them. In Asia, these things are about 2 feet long. In the US, not really 2 feet long. What else do we have? I bought a can of nuts, water chestnuts. They're kind of good. Did I buy these? These are sliced. You can, if they're not sliced and you end up buying the whole nut, just slice your nuts in half. A couple slices per nut, you'll be fine. I bought some teriyaki sauce because I don't have, teriyaki. You can buy some soy sauce. Don't buy that low sodium stuff. It tastes like it's terrible. I didn't know what sauce to use. I don't like to put a lot of stuff in here. I don't like spice. Some people season this with garlic, or there's a whole bunch of stuff you can season with. I don't season. I don't have olive oil because I really don't cook because I don't know what I'm doing. So I've got some of this avocado spray. I got a wok in the back. Why do I have a wok? This is like a 16-inch wok, 15, 14, I don't know. It's kind of scratched up. I really should throw it away. I bought a wok because almost everything I cook is done in the wok. The wok sits out all the time, which I shouldn't do. Pasta, eggs, everything. So the wok is my go-to pan, but it's got a really high top and makes it really easy. So what I'm going to do, you just take the knife and you go over there and you open up your package of firm tofu if you want the soft tofu or whatever you want to get. And then all I do is I drain it. I take a knife and I take it, the thing, it's like this thick. It's about this thick. So I just take a knife and I slice it in half. I pick this thing up, slice it in half. And then I go, dice it, cube it. I have a tofu press, which is a really good thing to use. It squeezes the whole block of tofu, and you do that for about an hour. A massive amount of liquid comes out. I don't have time for it. I already talked about how I'm going to take care of my nuts. They're already sliced. Bean sprouts, wash them, and then wash your sink, because like I said, you don't want any bacteria or whatever that stuff is. The teriyaki, I'll pour that in later. I'm not going to put any seasoning. The scallions, the green onions, whatever you want to call them, I'll just put it on a plate, dice it up, throw it all in. This is an easy meal to make. After I do the bean sprouts, everything is going to go in there. I'm going to heat it up, I'm going to stir it, I'm going to mix it. I might put a little bit of the teriyaki to get the little pshh. No oil, I'm going to be using the spray. It's a simple thing to make. No instructions, no rules. You just throw all this stuff in there, mix it all up. It doesn't taste like Chinese food at all. It tastes good enough that you could eat this stuff. You could eat the whole wok full. And you're going to have just a few hundred calories of you. I don't know how much fat you even get out of any of this stuff. There's no sodium. Maybe there's a little sodium in the water chestnuts. I don't know. The rest of it, this is about as healthy eating as you can get. The teriyaki sauce, that's the worst part of it. I'm just going to put a little bit in to get a little brown color and to get a little flavor. I've also made it without the teriyaki, and it's fine. You don't need to do anything here except throw this all together. Cook it up, get it on, don't put it on such a high heat that you cause the chemicals of your wok or pan. I've got a stainless steel wok also, I should be using that. Mix it up. I'm not going to show you what I'm going to do right now. I already explained that I'm going to dice, slice it in the middle, slice the tofu in the middle. It's going to be a big cube, and then I'm going to go, you have to do that, and then you go to, so make sure you make those on both packages. Bean sprouts, again, I said. I'm going to put that in a pan. Nobody knows this. Oil, cooking oil spoils. It stinks. It spoils. I've got oil. I know it's more than a year old, so I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use the spray. Get the heat on these bean sprouts. Throw these tofu things in there. You can also put the tofu in another pan and crisp it a little bit. It will taste even better, but I don't have time for that because I'm so busy. I got to take a nap after this, so I'm really busy today. And the green onions, pretty easy. The whole thing's easy. Throw it all in there. You're going to have a lot of protein from this. If you're a woman and you're worried about your tofu and your protein and your estrogen and your breast, then you might want to decide if you want to take tofu. Otherwise, here we go. I'm going to cook this stuff up. I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. I am the chef of the world. There we are. We've got the chestnuts drained. So, you know, the way I make it, you can make this any way you want. That's why I love doing this. This is just what I came up with and I love it. The green onions, the scallions, whatever, they're already diced up. The bean sprouts, I just cut off the top and then put the water in there. What you really should do is not be a fool like me and do this last minute. You should just do this earlier in the day so you can drain this stuff, because what's going to happen when I make this, there's going to be so much liquid from the bean sprouts and the tofu that the whole bottom of the wok is just going to be crawling with liquid. I don't use the oil. I don't use the high heat. I don't look at most of the Chinese cooking videos on YouTube. It's all oil. Everything is soaked in oil. So you think that Chinese food is really healthy until you realize all of the stuff I know, even though it gets burned off from the high heat, everything you're eating is soaked in oil. Not the healthiest oil. So I rinsed the bean sprouts, cut off the top, I turned it upside down, it's ice cold from the water, we're freezing tonight. This will boil off, I don't really care about it. Now we're going to go over to the sink. But these are all the ingredients: bean sprouts, chestnuts, the peppers, the scallions. I wanted to put some peppers in here. I've got some peppers, maybe I'll do that while it's cooking. We'll see. I know it's disgusting. I'm a caregiver right now. I don't really have much organization in this house while I'm living this nightmare. So I just turned this upside down and pressed on it, but let's see. I can't even see the camera. That's the liquid that came out just sitting there. I'm going to squeeze this a little bit. Oh, baby. But if you put it in the press, it's unbelievable how much liquid comes out. Me, I don't have time to deal with that. I'm a busy man. I'm going to turn this upside down. We just drained this a little bit ago. We got more liquid. Okay, so what I'm going to do, hopefully you can see this on the video. I don't know if you can. Can I turn this around? Can I turn this around? There, my hand's over there. I know that's dirty. I haven't had a chance to wash it in 2 days because I'm busy. That's all I do. Don't cut yourself. I just go over here and I slice it. And I put it back in the container. You can do this however you want. I slice this one. We get in there? Yeah, we get this nice big chunk of tofu. Be careful. You don't want to cut off your finger. Slice it. I'm done. Put it back in the container. Then all I do for this is I just go uno, dos, el tracio, cuatro, cinco, a. Slice, 2, 3. Now, my mom's going to have some of this. She doesn't like this. She doesn't like when I don't, she doesn't like these big pieces. She wants the peppers all diced. She wants everything in little pieces. And I say, look, man, I'm not a cow. I can digest this stuff, and I just want big chunks. I don't want to have everything mashed together. That's all you do for the tofu. We're all done. I'm going to wash my hands. So I'm going to start cooking right now. I really wanted to put the peppers in here. I don't know that I'm going to deal with it, because I just have too much going on right now in this busy kitchen of life. Let me get the towel and dry my hands. And then, it just doesn't matter. You can even, if you're going to put peppers, I've got yellow, orange, and I think red. I don't know. As I said, I don't have any oil. I'm going to let some of this water heat off. I'm going to put a little bit of spray in here. If you got oil and you want to use it, good for you. It's up to you. I'll put a little bit of, I don't even have anything to stir this around, so there are my green peppers. Always use paper plates. The goal is we want to fill the landfills. That's the important thing. Get those landfills filled up. Okay, unos platos. I've been studying Español, And I got a wood stirring thing over here, so we'll stir this a little bit. A lot of people are going to say, no, that's not how you do it. You got to do it with oil. You don't have to do anything. Put me in your will. Okay, so... oh boy, does that smell good. And you can do whatever you want with this. This is just a really easy thing to cook. I should be putting the bean sprouts in now and getting this stuff out of here. Now we're going to put in the chestnuts because I wanted to put in chestnuts. You put it in however you want. This meal is decided by you. Nobody tells you how to cook. I got this thing on full high heat right now. And what I really should do, I don't know if I'm going to yet, I think I'm going to, I'm thinking about it. I want to get that tofu out of there. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the tofu over here right now. Bring the containers of tofu over to the stove. Get them over here. I don't know if you can see that I just put that, you can't see. I just put, well, you can see, you just can't see. Okay, so this is coming out really nice. Coming out very nice. It's high heat. You can see the flame is burning. Oh baby, love, love, love. I think I'm going to put in the bean sprouts. Let's burn off some of this water. See what I was talking about? There's just way too much. Way too much. But the thing is, you'll eat it. You'll eat this within probably 2 days. That's how good it is. So, if I put the tofu in here right now, you can hear the heat. It already went down. You hear the sizzling's going. We got the water in here. I know I probably should have taken a paper towel and mopped it up, or patted it. What do you say? Pad? Used a pad. I don't know what you want to say. I can see right now there's a bunch of water in there. Not good. So if I put the tofu in, it's not going to cook as well as it should, but you can still do it. You can use another pan. Or you can, what I was going to do is take everything out of here, the chestnuts and the scallions, and then put in the tofu. Right now, there's really no way to do a good cooking on the tofu by throwing it into this big mess. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to heat this a little bit more. It's not even cooking yet because it's not hot enough. And you do not want to eat bean sprouts that are raw. You don't want to do that. Now, if I was cooking with oil, I would drizzle a little bit of oil on here and we'd have a nice sizzle. The heat would go way up. You don't want to cook bean sprouts like I'm doing where they get overcooked and soft and soggy. But that's the beauty of this meal that I've come up with, is that, see, there's way too much water in there. That's the beauty, is that you do what you want. Now what I could do, and this will create a little bit of sizzle, see there's too much water in there. I need to boil off the water. But what I could do is put a little bit of this in here. That really doesn't look like teriyaki. And the pan's not even hot enough to get a sizzle out of the teriyaki. But now we're starting to get a little bit of color because I put the teriyaki in there. I probably put a couple teaspoons, 2-3 teaspoons, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons. Don't put too much. It's got a lot of salt. Salt is the end for all of us. And I just want this to get hotter, but it's not getting hotter because there's a lot of water in there that needs to be boiled off. Okay, I'll come back in about a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Maybe I'll just leave this running. Advance ahead if you don't want to watch this. You probably gave up on my video already. You got to let this liquid boil down. It has to boil down. And there's a lot of liquid in there. There's a ton of liquid in there. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Camera's back on. See, this is where the problem is there's so much liquid in here. This thing is floating in so much liquid that by the time this liquid is cooked off, is boiled off, the sprouts will be, well, they're already soggy. They're already ruined. No, they're not ruined. They're actually not ruined. So what I want to do, that's a lot of liquid in there. I don't want that. I don't know how to deal with this. Okay, so hold on, I'll be back. I'm going to figure this out. Are we recording? We're recording. Okay. So what you really need is one of those gravy suck-off tubes that I don't even know if there's one in here. If there is, I don't know where to look. But I probably moved one to this house when I moved in, but everything I own has not been unpacked. Everything is being hidden so that Mom can't touch it while I'm here because she will relocate it to all the different rooms. And that's really what I need right now. I need a gravy suck-off tube. Does anybody have a gravy suck-off tube? Hello? Okay, I'm looking at some cabinets. I don't see it. I looked at the peppers. I buy the peppers. I'm looking in all these drawers. I don't know where it's at. It's probably been thrown out because it was so old. Oh boy. Let's just get this going. Okay, so I looked in the fridge, and if I didn't make these peppers, if I didn't do the peppers today, it would probably be, this is just a disaster right now. Look at all the liquid that I'm putting in here for the peppers. So while I'm doing this, the bean sprouts are getting all soggy. Do you think I care? I don't care. That's all I'm going to tell you. I don't care. I got more than enough I'm dealing with right now. I'm a stressed out chef from Italy. From France. I just got these peppers in Asia. I don't know. Okay, so there's way too much in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to flip out. I'm plotzing right now, people. Look at all this liquid that's pouring in here. I can't get rid of the liquid, and I'm putting more in. It's just, it's a disaster. Okay, so all these peppers, how am I going to cook the tofu? Really? I should put the tofu in a different pan, cook it properly. You think I'm going to do anything properly in life? Are you kidding? Leave me alone. Don't piss me off. Let's get a little bit of orange. Is there more water? See, this is where she'll say, the pepper, well, she doesn't have that accent. Let's do a different accent. She doesn't have an accent. The peppers are too big, and I can't chew, I can't. I'll go. Take smaller bites. Okay, so everything's getting cooked in here. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Okay, this, just tear it. These, oh my God, what in the world? How many more of these? It's a good thing I didn't put 6 peppers in here, because then, the good thing is you wouldn't even need the tofu then. You could just sit there and munch on peppers and bean sprouts and be delicious. There's so much liquid on the bottom of this pan. Don't do what I'm doing. Just shut off the video. Go buy some fast food and get sick. Okay, so this is the last pepper. This is the last pepper. It's the last pepper of life. I can't get this, well, no, I can't get it hot. It's not hot enough to boil off the juice. And the story about life, you can never have too much juice, right, baby? Oh, yeah. Okay, so, looking around, usually what I do is I cook all this stuff and I go, oh, I forgot to put the chestnuts in, I forgot to put this in. In fact, I forgot to put this piece in. Okay, so we're definitely going to have a lot of very soggy, extremely soggy, and I'm not kidding, man. Look at all that liquid. Okay, at least we know it's cooked. It's just soggy as can be. It's going to be okay. It's a nightmare. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's a nightmare. That's why you need a big wok like this. If you're a fool like me, oh my God. More liquid. It's going to take 2 years to dissolve, to boil off. Tofu's not going to cook properly because I can't get it to the bottom. This stuff, you can't buy a wok with a lid. You can't buy a wok this size with a lid. With the 13-incher, oh baby, with the 13-incher, ladies, you can get the cover. But when you're dealing with this thing, this is a massive load of pan. And, oh my God, I'm spilling it all over the place. Yeah, the bean sprouts are as soggy as can be. So what's going to happen is I'm going to serve this. Yeah, can you put some different seasoning? Can you put some garlic? Can you put some flavor? And you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say no. The best word in life, no, I can't. I'm not capable of doing that. And the reason is, most people out there are living on Prilosec because they're destroying their upper GI. They're destroying their esophageal airway. So they either have acid reflux and they burn up all day long, and it will catch up with you. It will definitely catch up with you. They put all that sriracha sauce and all the Tabasco sauce and all the hot sauce, and they think it's really funny. Oh, this is so funny. Give me more hot sauce. I love the hot sauce. I need more hot sauce. And then they end up in the hospital, like my mom did, having surgery because you end up getting a ring in your esophagus from all of that junk. So I'm going to shut this off for a couple minutes because I've got to I don't have any high heat. There is way too much liquid in here. In fact, look at this. There's no heat at all right now. I cannot compete when there is no heat. I'll be back. There we go. Okay, I just remembered the name. It's not called the food suck machine. It's called the turkey baster. I think women use them for something. I don't know what the heck it is. Look at all the liquid I pulled out of here. That is probably like 50 gallons. All right. And now that I did that, you can hear we're starting to get that little cooking sound because the food is cooking. And how could we avoid having soggy bean sprouts that are going to be a disaster and ruin this meal? But do you think I care? No, I don't care, because I'm dealing with enough stuff in life that I just don't care about soggy anything. Now if this was oil, I'd put a little bit more oil in here. Whoa, there's a lot more liquid in there that I didn't even know was in there. I can't get to it, that's the whole thing. There's nothing I can do. There's absolutely nothing I can do. If this was gas, as I said, and I was cooking with oil, or it gets hot enough, you sprinkle a little bit of this. Will it even do anything? See, I put the sauce on there. You don't even hear because there's too much liquid. You want a turkey baster to go in there and suck off the liquid on the bottom. Don't put the bean sprouts in first like I did. I was a fool, but the reason I did it is because I wasn't cooking with 2 pans, 2 woks, a massive amount of liquid. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I really need to. I've got to boil off all this liquid, and the longer I boil this, the worse it's going to become. I don't know that the tofu's even getting cooked the way it should. The peppers are definitely not getting cooked. I can't get this oven to heat up because there's so much food in here. I mean, the stove. There's so much food. It is it's an electric, which I know a lot of people hate electric stoves. I find that it's a lot better for me than the gas that I used to have. Okay, let's see how many more. 1, 2. It's ridiculous. But if I had used a tofu press, 3, and if I had dried, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, ridiculous. I gotta buy that suck machine, the liquid suck, the baster. This is 29, we're close to it. 30, 31, almost filled up this whole cereal bowl. Wow. 32, 33, it's ridiculous. 34, 35, 36, or almost 36. Okay, that's 36. Just crazy. Look at this. Okay, I'm burning my hands now. Now we're starting to get that little sizzle of the whizzle. We get definitely we have a mushy, mushy meal. Yeah, the bean sprouts are just destroyed. I don't care. That's the whole thing, ladies. I just don't care. The whole goal is to make this plate of deliciosity. I mean, this wok of deliciosity. Okay, I see next to no liquid, just a little bit on the bottom, so we're going to start to cook a little bit now instead of boil, but it's already destroyed, it's ruined. I'd love to put some teriyaki on here. It's too much salt at this point. It's boiling in liquid. It's as juicy as can be, honey. Lots of juice. And we're almost done. So tofu, you can buy tofu at Costco. You can buy the peppers at Costco. You can buy the scallions at Costco, but you probably end up buying about a truckload. And then the chestnuts, or water chestnuts. I don't think they even sell that there. You get that at the market if you want it. It doesn't matter. You can put it, don't tell me there's more liquid. No, not more liquid. Oh my God, there's more. This is where that baster would solve a lot of this. I don't think the tofu's even cooked. What in the world have I beat? I'll be back. Cooking way too much. These bean sprouts have been cooking for a week. I put a little bit more teriyaki on there. That's all I'm going to put on. What do you hear? You hear all the liquid is boiling. That's what you hear. If this was in a Chinese restaurant, they were using 9,000 degrees in a big king-size wok and lots of oil. You'd hear. But over here, nah, this is boiling. This is like making a soup. I've made a soup. I don't think the tofu's done. If I was you, I would, well, I'm not you, so I can't. What I should have done was cook the tofu separately, but I don't want to deal with that. I just want to get this done. I think it's all done. A lot of different sauces you can buy at the store. Every sauce that you put on here is more sugar and more salt, and it's one step away from the ER and doom and gloom. So this is kind of, there's so much liquid in the middle. Oh my God, I just give up. All right, so I can't get the stove is not going to get any hotter. I'm boiling a ton of liquid. There's way too much water in here. Everything is overcooked, probably except for the tofu. Everything is cooked enough. Look at that. There's like a soup in there. Unbelievable. Buy yourself a turkey baster. Oh, baby. Yeah, it's just boiling away. This is destroyed. You don't even want to eat this stuff. Just make this thing. Don't eat it. Go to a store. Go to a restaurant and ask them to cook something for you with lots of oil and sodium and MSG, and you'll be happier. Okay, you go shut this off. I give up. I can't deal with this anymore. Oh my! Don't tell me I dropped something on the floor. It's never ending. There we go. We've got a massive amount of soggy bean sprouts. Look at this. It's just boiling liquid all over here. It's pathetic. Let me scoop this. Let me cool this down. I'm going to blow on it. Oh yes, a little more. Whoa, that's hot. Still has a little crunch. It definitely needs seasoning. I'm not going to do it. Let's try the tofu. That's where I'm going to burn my mouth. That's going to be, you can't blow the inside of you can't cool down the inside of a piece of tofu. So good. And let's go for a pepper. That's a big piece of pepper. Let's go for that. So, get that turkey baster. I'm going to go out and buy a turkey baster tomorrow, because what else am I going to do with my life except cook a disaster like this? This is terrible. I should be ashamed of myself. But the reason I do this is because it's next to no calories. You can eat most of this without getting full. Well, you'll get full. You just won't overload your body. And it's kind of healthy. Peppers are healthy. Scallions are healthy. Bean sprouts are healthy. Tofu's healthy. Just the way I make it. It will probably, you probably need to get therapy after you cook this meal. Let's see. Oh, God. So good. So good. It's acquired because a lot of people are going to say there's no flavor in here. Put a ton of salt, put a ton of sugar, give me some sauce, give me some sriracha, malachi, and jalapenos, and not me. So if I didn't have all this liquid in here, which I'll be able to get rid of when it cools down, and put this in other containers, then I'll sprinkle a little bit of the teriyaki, and then it will be good. But there's just way too much water, liquid in here. This is a soup, and I can't get rid of it. That's how I cook my, I don't know what you call it. It's not called fake Chinese. There's no such thing. It's just a healthy meal. A healthy meal, and then spin your wheel. You know what I'm talking about? Good night. People, put a little bit of thicker teriyaki marinade on there, so it's got lots of sugar and salt now. This is cooking as a caregiver. Mom's gonna love this. I know this is a ton of food, but she's probably gonna eat the whole thing. Yes, it's steaming hot. That's what it looks like. Yummy, yum, yum. Healthy as can be. You might not like it because it's very bland, but it's okay.